Hi folks, that's looking a bit bright. This is it's a piece of watercolour paper, 15 by 11, a couple of coats of primer, including some burnt umber in the mix, but it's coming out rather light on the screen. Might be compensating, I don't know. But anyway, got a bit of white on it. My palette I used on Monday, I did a pond on the moor scene. I want to do something like that again. I would describe it as abstract impressionism, because there's no portraits of anything. It's really, they're really just suggestions. But we'll see how we go. I'll do some sort of drawing, but it probably won't show. The pencil won't show, but I'll do a bit more undulation, and I'll put in my sort of stock in trade building, white building on the horizon. I can put another bit in there. So cottage on the moor, and maybe just a bit of background. Okay, well let's get going with that. Now, Payne's, we'll need Payne's Grey, ultramarine make a very good mix. Good bedfellows, those two. They're great in watercolour, and they give that lovely dark but not black. It's what do I want? I want some cadmium red and some Payne's Grey. There we are, dollop of that. Oops, I've got it all over my fingers now. Okay, there we are. So just cadmium yellow, pale, yellow ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine, red ochre, and Payne's Grey. And paint all over my fingers. I still haven't finished my cup of tea from the demonstration I've just done for Patreon. Yeah. Right, okay. Let's get a brooding sky. But I like light on the horizon, because you can it'll highlight the other colours. Right, now my brushes are, that one's a bit loose, but never mind. I've got a better one here. I might go over the art shop over in Sutton nearby. Well, it's a little train journey, a couple of stops, and see if I can stock up with some of these Pro Art hog varnish brushes, inch. They're very good brushes. So I've got a bit of linseed here with a bit of the resin or the fast drying oil mixed in with it. So let's just get that on. A little bit too oily, because we're not doing one of those sort of oily paintings. I only use PVA glue to prime the paper. Or a bit of MDF. But I've got lots of watercolour paper at the moment, so and it makes a lovely surface. And they oh, of course, move that. I've got my watercolour kit by the side of my right, and I need to get my brush into the water. Ah dear. Oh, let's get that in. This will go tacky in a little while. It will take a bit more paint. Oh, they got mixed in with the red ochre. Not that it matters. So abstract impressionism, that's how I would describe my work. mainly because it's not sort of copying anything other than maybe working from another painting, but it's the roughness that you can get with 3D painted painting, 3D painted works. So it's just, but yeah, well there's a thing. I want a bit of that dark behind there, don't I? So that I can counter change with my house. So I just eat my words. So now we can go back in with that colour, the sky colour, touch of red, touch of ochre. See that lovely grey that we're getting? So just touch of white with the blue grey. Oh, we get this nice, a bit darker than that. We get this nice possibilities there. Let's get a bit of light in. There we'll invent some landscape, some rough stuff. Just yellow ochre, touch of red, cadmium red, and there we are. So we've got that bit of the sky done, and we can go into that corner with a bit of this, a bit of that. Right, okay, now we want some up here. So show the lights coming from behind the cloud I'm going to put in. Right, let's get into the landscape now. I'm going to use one of these brushes, one of these cheap bristles. So we'll maybe there needs a little bit lighter on that horizon there. Just gently merge that. Right, okay, into the oil, and we'll put in some trees on the horizon. Spiky. I like to mix a bit of red with my greens. I might do this with a better brush, it's just a little bit feathery. I'll use that one for this. But that horizon I want it quite silhouetted. Greeny colour in there, just whack it in. Plenty of variety. bit of blue in this greeny colour. It's just standing out on that horizon there. And we can put a bit more yellow in there. And that doesn't show really. Right, okay. Now I like that mix of yellow and red ochre, bit of green, bit of white, to get, you know, this sort of feel. There's quite a lot of landscape to fill there. So, not using any oil for this at the moment. Get some darks in there. Cloud. And we've come down a little bit of the hill there. So let's get a nice dark green. Okay. Let's go a bit higher on there. Seem to have got a bit of right there. Take that off and go in with that a darker mix of there. And some nice light greeny stuff on the horizon above that. Put some light trees on the top there. Catching a bit of light from somewhere. We'll go back to that. Right, let's get that house in. No, I'll get my house brush, which is this one. We had a delivery that, well, the postman delivered a package, and I got an idea from my old mate Alan Owen. He's given up oil painting because he's too old, he says. Well, he's getting on a bit. And he said he was going to send me all his oils because he's never going to use them again. And I think that's what it was. And unfortunately, I was up in the loft here. My wife was in the garden, and we didn't hear him. Well, but it was the Tuesday postman. Now I got an idea that he didn't give us much of a chance to get to the door. So we've got to go to the post office, which is on restricted hours. And open 7 till 9 in the morning. So if you want to get your parcel, you've got to go on your bike, well I will of course, and pick up hopefully my package of oil paints. The old hour is not going to use it again. Alright, let's get a bit of, don't over elaborate this, let's just get some light in there as well. Just a cottage, an old cottage. A bit rough, but we'll put a little window in, bit of blue grey, one there. Put it there because if you put it anywhere else, it would be where the chimney is. That wouldn't be good, would it? So let's get just a bit of ochre there. Try and get it perpendicular. Okay, well that'll do. Now we'll build up around that. Not the greatest cottage ever made, but there it is. Tidy that up. So we're going uphill there. I'm going downhill. Right, let's get some greeny stuff. Okay. There's your colour in there. Then we've got a bit of counter change. Nice greens. Not sure if I'll put a pond in. That might be a step too far, mightn't it? Sort of rough ground. There's a beautiful programme on one of our TV channels. It's about a Yorkshire family that had 9 children. You wouldn't think so. She's a very gorgeous mum. And the dad's much older, but it's just lovely. Fabulous images. The way these children have been brought up on a farm, so many of them, all sitting around the table. One's just off to university. Oh, it's lovely stuff. Absolute delight. How the children have been brought up to appreciate animals, husbandry. Oh, it's a joy to behold. And I might let some of that show through. The ground, my fingers cramped now. I'm really suffering my wrist. Okay, let's get shadow, cloud shadow. We've got to go back over that cloud. A bit of ochre in there. Just to soften it a little bit. I get some nice lights. Here's the light shining onto that field. Rough ground. Bit of light in there. Okay, well, meadow, there we are. There we have it now. What should we do there? A bit more silhouetted trees, I think. think I'd be showing too much green, but let's go into a really dark contrast here, and I think it works. And we'll just go over that with a bit of green. Just a few highlights. Alright, well that'll do. Go back with that ochre to the two ochres. Right, get this brush here, this rough brush, and we'll just get it. Okay, just get a bit of Payne's grey for the sort of overhang of the roof. Alright, okay, that'll do. If I just use a bit of light grey, I might go just come down there, So there's a fire in that room there, and very faint. It's all horizontal there now, isn't it? Chimney, suppose we could put a chimney, but I'm going to go on the sky now. So, clean the brush. And when I've done this one, I'm going to upload it and go to bike ride. Well, it's all uploading. Right, okay, so let's get these colours in up in this. Up here. Yeah, that's almost dry there. It's because I put in some, well, there's still some alkyd resin or fast drying oil. No, I don't want to do much more than that. Okay, I'm going to leave that. I think I could probably just get away with in here. Sorry if my head's in the way. Just a little bit of dark green along there. pick that out. Okay, well there we are. So that's another one. Bites of dust. Clean the brushes. I'll just find a clean bit of toweling. Right, okay. Take those two off. Oh, stuck with the primer, look. Tape. Over there. That bit over there. Take those off. Take the palette off, put that to one side, and put a nice clean mount on. Well, there we are, there we have it. So cottage on the moor, sort of fields. No, I'm not going to do any more to that, even if that might be a little bit tricky. Where's my little brush? I'll just straighten that up with a bit of light. It's just something just seems a bit obvious there. Okay, that'll do. Just a Crofter's cottage. Crofter's cottage. Well, I hope you like it. I'll get that uploaded, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for looking, guys. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.